We're not going to need anything, guys. Nothing at all. Peace out. Anything that's considered a damage dice, just go ahead and put away. How's everyone's week been? The one previous to this. The one previous to this.
Guys, I had the saddest adulting conversation this weekend. It went at 9 o'clock in the morning on Saturday. Hey, are we going to Six Flags today? I don't know, I really want to, but I should probably clean my house. Yeah, I need to go to the DMV. How about another time? Like, it was so sad.
Six Flags. DMV.
DMV.
Waiting in line.
Both have lines.
DMV. DMV.
I mean, to be honest, the question is literally, do you want to sit in lines inside or sit in lines outside? So,
I mean, the excitement at the end of the line is about the same.
No.
Could you imagine that, like,
Yeah, you're done
you get
waiting
to
in
the
line.
end of you get to the end of the line, and then you do whatever you need to at the DMV, and then you hop on the roller coaster, and then you get taken back to your car.
We should do that.
either way, also, if you don't use the line, the police come after you. I one time saw someone try and steal something from Six Flags, and the cops chased them across the parking lot to the McDonald's. And they caught him.
We stopped for a cheeseburger. Should have kept going.
Was it like a basketball?
I don't even know what they were
But they
stealing,
stuck
but
it.
they did something, then they just took off. And the cops were like, nope. And at least one of those cops was good enough to catch up with them.
How are your meals?
Minty.
Drinks are in the fridge, but the Mike's Hard are Lindsay's.
She'll forgive us, right?
I don't know if it was intended as an underhanded comment, but when she brought it home the other day, she was like, I had to buy some more Mike's. I don't normally drink this much. I don't know why they went so fast.
Must have just been a hard week for her.
Yeah.
Nice.
I keep
Yes.
rolling
I would
multiples
explain-
with the same number.
I would explain those pictures that she took because they definitely looked very blurry.
What flavor is that? Lemon?
I believe that's artistic, John.
Hitting the mic hard.
Just don't trust them. I've had it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, this is mine. Okay.
Look at that.
Guys, it's gonna be fun today.
Uh-huh.
Because we're...
I'm not entirely sure how we want to do this.
Leroy Jenkins has an idea.
We're gonna go stealth mode and avoid all battles.
Nope, it's not Leroy style.
One, I would think that based on the first room, you'd know that that was a bad idea. But either way,
No one died.
But did you die?
Was it you that got pretty close though, Stephen?
Yeah, Steven just
Oh,
got
yeah.
one
Well, I thought
written point.
because I was on the other end of Skype, like I had no idea what was even really going on. Like,
I say we expand the table to make way for food.
Okay.
agreed. You're here.
I gotta unlock the
Nope.
I gotta.
Pull
I gotta
harder.
pull harder.
Pull harder.
This is
This is the key way.
This is a test of strength.
It's in fact not.
Roll a d20.
Okay. Now you can test your strength, boys.
3.
And accurate. Did you roll an advantage because I'm helping
Like
you?
John, who's the one without room behind him, is the one that is moving towards. There we go.
Okay.
Oh, so the feet move.
Keep going. Keep going.
I'm.
I know not.
No, that's it. I'm trying. Oh, this is a bad plan.
So now we push it in again.
Yes.
Push. You know, if you put your
Push it.
legs on rollers, she rolled.
Role play the 3.
That's a good point. I was role playing the 3 as well.
Guys, I picked the right spot.
They didn't.
I know, right?
That's good. Pretty sure I have a negative strength modifier, so.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I'm still
Use
at
up all my
22
space.
hit points.
Okay. I need
That's after a lot of healing.
this guy.
What is
These
this?
are bouncy.
What is this scenery? I keep rolling.
Got him.
I'm rolling 7 d20s, and I keep coming up with like.
Did they
Oh.
still make this?
Yeah. They don't bounce as high as they used to. Maybe that's just because you're twice as tall as you remember being a kid. Man, this was about half as high as I remember.
What is this? I rolled 2 8s and 3 17s.
Okay.
Last time I rolled 3 13s.
Guys, my pencils are gone.
9 9 7.
You know, we could just go into battle and use Caleb and Chris's meat bags.
There we
go.
17, 20, 18, 4, 4.
When you said that, I was picturing like Mad Max Fury Road, like to play.
I have my bear trap. We can work this.
We can work with this. The first time I did this, I dropped it and it bounced right into the character. I can't get it again.
I wouldn't have picked that.
Yeah. Like it is going every direction except.
Scan one someone will go into it.
I have yet to roll these and not hit at least one double.
And then I go on the other side.
Ah, the cycle is broken. We can begin.
Alright, it's time
You
for the
can
big.
control it.
Can I control it though?
Oh, you have to go the other way. Oh, okay.
It's time for the nuke.
Okay, guys.
Hi guys.
This one's all swirly,
Okay.
Josh.
I know. I think
This
it's
is so
effective.
I like that one.
Oh yeah.
Did I? Oh, I used a channel. Yeah.
Who is this one's the druid? Oh, because it's a
What does your
rose.
channeling divinity do?
It was knowledge of ages.
Wait, it's antler?
Become
It's antler.
proficient in anything for 10 minutes.
Okay,
Is
guys.
is that
Let's
is that part of it? The inside
remember.
swirly thing? Because like Scanlan is like all like pretty.
So,
Yep.
last time on D&D, we managed to make it smack dab, just beginning of
Get
the
better.
yeah, get better, and also safe travels for both of them. We barely made it into the Woven Pass. Y'all managed to make it into the cave system that y'all had passed on the way through originally. Spending the night at the mouth of the cave. You had a rather uneventful night. We had fire. Why are y'all switched?
Looks straight to me.
Fire and Remus had a little bit of an adventure running around trying to figure out where some tracks went. But other than that, the night passed on with
Out of trace.
little to do.
Is that a TV show?
After
Is that a trace?
No.
Yeah.
after your long rest, you managed to make your way into the cave, barely making it past the first turn. And that's basically it. That was
We skipped the whole room.
well. You did make it past one room.
Yeah, that was just a decisions room. That was all that was.
Yeah, that was a room where someone decided that they just wanted to explore, and then y'all finally made it into there because you had to follow someone else in. So that was fun. I'm glad that
I
we
burned
got that going.
webs.
Yeah, kill with fire.
So y'all are still in the middle of that first room. First room off to your right.
So I do
went
have
past.
a question. Yeah,
You did
so,
go past.
so we were in this big room with this pillar on the left, right?
Yep.
And he burnt down webs going to a room, right?
Yep. Farther to the
So
right.
we're in another room.
Y'all are
And
technically in another room. Y'all wandered around a bit. I think some of the people stayed in that first room.
Are there any other messages in that other spider?
So as you look around that room, go ahead and make an investigation check as you wander around.
As a note, I spent a lot of time doing stuff, so I wouldn't be the one doing this. But I will if you want
You spend a lot of time.
to. I'm
doing
still
it.
harvesting spiders.
That is true. Whoever would like to further explore that room to try and find more
In
things
the spider room?
in the spider room.
I'll explore.
And also,
Two.
as a slight reminder, Josh did find a pendant, and I will give you a little bit more description on that pendant because now that you're out of combat, you would have probably looked at it at some point. It is a spider-shaped pendant.
Ooh, I hate
It's-
spiders.
The abdomen of said spider is a translucent green
I do love green. Opium?
ovoid. So it is not a faceted gem. It is smooth, and does allow light through, but it is not just straight up clear. It is
What
a
was the?
ovoid.
Okay.
A 3D oval. It is
The only
egg-shaped.
word I could remember you saying was opium, and I was like, that's not what he said.
I was gonna say opioid, but I was like, that's not right.
Guys, the year is not 2018.
Imagine thinking it was 2018 and 2019.
But yes, so that is what you came away with. If you'd like to further investigate that later, you may.
So where's the next? Did anyone say they were going to explore the next chamber?
I would have stuck back and made sure Aldrich successfully harvested everything.
Okay.
I was going to investigate the room.
I will
think.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, good old
I'll-
5.
Can I assist him?
Which room are you investigating? The new room or the old room?
The spider room.
Okay.
Okay.
I will also do that.
I did a pretty thorough investigation of the whole room.
Yeah. Yep.
I should probably help you investigate.
I was just 7.
I investigate.
Okay.
21.
21. Okay. Someone actually sees something. Okay.
Hold up. Is it dark in here?
It is.
Nope, I've got it.
Why would you do that?
Hey.
Speakerphone.
Like she didn't know.
She should know it's FaceTime.
Common courtesy. Okay. No one rolled above 15. Good to know.
I mean, yeah. That's pretty good.
Dang it. Hold up. I don't have dark. Nope, I still have dark vision up.
Oh, you do have dark vision up?
Yeah, we good.
Okay, so what
So
was
21.
21. As you explore around, you do find that the room does seem to terminate going forward. There are a couple of nooks that just seem to be hiding out of the way. Where as you peek around, you start to notice other movable patches of rock that seem to be able to be lifted up, and as you look down in there, it seems to be a tunnel, a network of tunnels that seem to go down in between in this room. Other than that, you do not find much else. The walls are covered with web. The ceiling seems to be right around, I think I said 30 foot last time. And it doesn't seem that anything else seems to be hiding in this room.
What's up, Dart?
Do the trapdoors seem active or just for now they just seem like they're just a way to get from one place to another.
Active how, like, as in...
Is there a spider right there, or
No,
does it,
no,
just,
no.
I can just tell that where they are?
You can just tell where they are. You found about 2 other spots other than the ones that had been used that were a little bit farther back in the room. Yeah. I was gonna say, if I can actually find the room. So, that one is the other room. Yeah.
Oh, wrong one.
Yeah. So farther in the back of the, like all the way to the right, there was a little nook that came back and around. That seemed to have another little tunnel that allowed it to go through, and then there was one at the back center that also had a little flip up spot back on the wall, actually. But other than that, and the spot where he found his pendant, which seems to actually have where you actually got your pendant, there is from what you can see a skeleton that is stuck into the webbing there. Yeah, that is that room.
Okay, I don't have anything off the top of my head. Okay. I don't have anything that I can I'll just point them out where the traps are.
Okay. And the traps themselves, the tunnels, are big enough for a medium-sized creature to fit comfortably through. They're about 5 foot in diameter around, and so these were sizable spiders that were going through these things. So you can, if you so choose, fit in there.
So am I there? So there's the 3 of us are in the room looking around.
Yep.
I'll point out okay, we'll put that one. That one's kind of tricky. If anybody wants to, they can explore them.
Dum da 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 dum. Poison glands. Okay, I'm done. I'm not really up for killing.
Was that
more
Legend of
spiders.
Zelda?
Yes.
I'm not really up for killing more spiders. We've had enough. I feel like that's what we get from the trapdoors.
I mean, is that better than not knowing whether they're dead or not?
What? You wanna?
Is detect poison still up? How long does that last?
It was 10 minutes. So
Yeah.
it'd probably be gone by now.
Yeah.
I think it's 10 minutes.
I mean,
Any way we can figure out what this thing is?
I
Yes.
can if you want to take 10 minutes.
That's fine. with me.
alright. While he's doing that, I guess we'll
Yes.
explore some tunnels.
Is it a?
It is ritual.
Okay. Do you want me to do it?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll spend 10 minutes.
Okay.
Ritually casting
So
rituals.
while he's spending 10 minutes doing that, is there anything that y'all want to do?
I'll stay and guard him. You guys can go.
We're gonna go explore tunnels.
Okay, tunnels.
Secret tunnel.
So, tunnel. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if we can't slightly recreate some of this stuff.
Is the plan to continue down these tunnels or to try to find another cave system? What did we decide on?
I think we decided
Tunnels.
to continue down.
Okay.
I think all the caves are gonna be interconnected.
To a point? I thought we said we were going to go to a point and then back out and try a different one, but that's all I remember.
Okay.
Because I mean, all these caves will be interconnected.
We think.
I mean, yeah. And I figured out last time that there, I mean, are we still wanting a basilisk or do we
Yes.
not? There is a basilisk down here where there are a lot of. We have to pick the right paths to get to it.
How did we figure that out?
He asked.
Because I asked Helm, my god.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, home is very.
Your god finally got back to you, huh?
Hey now. Helm's been great.
Real responsive 2 weeks later.
I don't remember how these went.
I'll make the map too.
So this guy was over here.
No, that was me.
Okay.
What did I cast?
Really?
No.
No.
You cast like commune or
No.
something, right?
I'm
So,
gonna go with
No.
so this guy
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
the top.
this is like this.
No.
No.
Yeah.
Why did I do this? Why did I do this?
This guy was over here.
You weren't here. Right?
I was.
Yeah. This guy.
Okay, so
What am I?
this one
Augury?
was the
Yeah.
one
Augury.
that he went in.
That's a weird spell.
It would have been.
You cast a spell 2 or more times before completing your next long rest. There is a cumulative 25% chance for each cast chance at first that you get a random reading. The DM makes this roll in secret.
Yeah. So basically, don't cast it more than once.
I don't understand that spell. Like, that spell is literally, DM, please tell me what to do at the cost of a spell slot. Also,
Yeah.
maybe you're
Yeah.
just not going to tell me. Also, maybe the DM doesn't have a good way to say it.
Okay.
just seems
so
Also, the spell doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome, such as the casting of additional spells or the loss or gain of a companion.
It's very limited in its use.
Right.
Dear
Gosh,
God,
this
as
is-
far as you can tell, for the next 5 minutes.
Oh, omniscient God. What's up?
this is the worst. Why did I not number these?
I found it.
Oh, it's so
No.
close.
It's not. That's not it. That's the thing. I'm trying to do it based on my map, and that's. Can I get something to wipe these?
We need some cartography.
Yeah.
Is it silent cartography?
Okay.
That's my favorite kind of cartography.
So
Why do the chips keep getting moved?
so we're gonna go ahead and remake some of this. I'm gonna start from that one over there because I know.
Alright.
Well, that looks like it might fit.
So which one of these tunnels you want to go down?
That one.
Alright, we'll go with that one then.
Okay.
Want to split up?
Yeah, it's always good. I mean, we've already split the party in half. Why not split it in half again?
Okay. So
Also, I don't fit these tunnels very well.
no, you do not.
Like, oh, that's true.
That's true. We'll go with the whole one.
You're the block pipe.
So the map that my name's Aldrich, right? Aldrich is from.
My name's Aldrich, right
But I'm
now.
not gonna win.
This is really the only option because this one had spiders, and this is the one that my god said a basilisk. We might find a basilisk now.
Abandoned spider ship.
I mean, it's while we're here.
Spiders are not why we're here.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Kind of, yes.
I was
We're
like,
here
what?
for monsters or beasts.
Okay. So you all went.
Did you share that information with the group? That your god said it's that way?
Yeah.
So y'all went up that way. There's this over here that y'all don't really have explored yet. So y'all are up over here is where y'all are. But that is a dead end. So as y'all begin your exploration, we're inevitably going to go this way. So, just preparing, that's all. Okay. Y'all begin You said, did you want to do the one closest to where, like the first one that y'all found? Okay. So, y'all were up here at this one. So, as y'all take a peek inside of the cave, yeah, y'all begin to see that there's a path that goes back towards, if y'all remember from last week, there were two that were basically right behind each other. There's a path that goes that way, and there's a path that goes back towards the main chamber where y'all came from. As you begin to look down the tunnel this way, you see a bunch of tunnels that all converge at a central point. And then they seem to be branching out towards each one of the spots that you had originally seen and kind of marked as you went around investigating. So they all seemed to kind of wind back to a central point near the center of the room.
Okay.
And then as it comes back over this way, you see that this one, there's a tunnel that branches off back underneath the main route that came into this room. I should have a different color for which one does what. So, spider tunnels are green. So, you see a tunnel about 5 foot wide that starts making its way over there, and then it seems to curve off, and it's hard to see where it continues going.
Okay. And it goes both directions?
Yes, and then this one, like I said, it seems
There's
to...
like a hub or something?
Yeah, it goes over to a hub in the center of the room that y'all were in.
Was that hub within 30 feet of where we were at?
Yes, the hub was...
Or where I would have grabbed the pendant?
yes.
Did I get any like magical pings from the hub?
I'm going to assume that you walked that entire room
Okay.
whenever you were in there, and you did not get any pings.
Okay.
If you'd like to do it again slightly underneath the ground, you may. But
Wouldn't make any difference though.
I believe that is blocked by 1 foot of stone. So if you'd like to explore the entire room via the cave system, you may.
There's like 3 to 5 in this area
3 to 5
of
different
the entrances,
Yeah,
and then there's all going to the hub.
all going to the hub.
Okay.
As you kind of poke in and like kind of walk through, you do notice, you kind of get in just a few feet and you look down, and you do see that same central hub for each one of them.
I will detect magic again underneath the ground.
Okay. Walking around in the ground through, are you going to stay localized to the room that you were in, that you cleared all the spiders out of, that you know of?
Yeah, I was gonna just go around in the hub and
Yeah.
explore those tunnels because that's what we can do in 10 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, all of those tunnels seem to be currently clear, aside from the 2 dead spiders that died inside of the actual, inside the tunnels, which you kind of, like the one over near where he found the pendant originally, you have to kind of push it out of the wall to get out through that way. And there does seem to be a fair amount of webbing on the actual ground in there. Since you aren't in a rush or anything, you managed to take your time, try and make your way through it without getting stuck. It does seem to be a difficult terrain.
I don't notice anything.
You do not notice anything else other than the small bead of whatever it is from whatever your friends are emitting.
Can I ask
Good for now.
specifics about that?
I don't Spill see that anything. later.
You may.
Is it like a
If you want
random
to.
space? Is it a space of your choosing? Is it the same
Yeah.
space?
I don't
like,
see
is
nothing.
Is
It
it
is-
just like a
Nothing's
space I don't
pecking me.
recognize?
It is a
Curiosity.
space that you do not recognize. As you look into it, you're able to you kind of hold it up to your eye to kind of look through it, and I'm assuming you want to do it.
Yes. I will look into the spider.
Okay.
This didn't go right last time. I noticed.
Yeah, no, this was fine.
Okay. As you look through the spider, the milky substance that was suspended, that seemed to be kind of flowing and moving, pulls off to the side and gives way to a much clearer picture. As you look through, you see a dark room. It seems to have no movement in it, but you do see a bed off to one side. You see a small shelf carved into the wall on one of the other sides. You aren't able. You notice that this doesn't affect hearing at all. All you do, like, you can still hear everything around you. All it is kind of like a augmented reality type of thing, to where you can see through it. You can still see your surroundings, you see everything else. You're just viewing an actual moving picture of sorts. As you continue to watch through it, you do notice something slinking across the ground in the room that you're looking at, and it makes its way over to the bed and kind of plops itself onto the bed. You go ahead and roll an intelligence check with advantage.
It's
not
just
gonna be good.
it's a kid in a sleeping bag.
Good thing it's with advantage. It would have been 3. It's a 5 instead.
It's hard to notice what kind of creature it is. It seems to be something in a larval type state. At least it's not something that you recognize as fully matured.
Looks like a creature that climbed into a bed.
Yes, it
Okay.
is. It is a small, scaled creature that is no legs. It's basically not quite snake-like. It's almost too thick and rotund to be a snake. Well, yeah.
My point of view in this room,
Mhm.
where do I seem to be coming from? Is it like the center of the room? Is it along the wall?
You seem to be on the wall. You try and get like you try and like move around with the eye to see if like that'll make a difference, and it seems to be a very fixed perspective. You changing the angle of where you're holding it doesn't seem to make a difference.
And one more thing, if I look away and look back into it, am I in the same room?
So you're gonna look away. Okay.
Should I have done that? I did.
You did. So you set it down. You pick it back up, look through it again.
It probably has like 3 uses, and I just used 2 of them.
I'm never giving him another thing again.
He's the only one that
The milk
Okay, great.
the milky substance had returned by the time that you put your eye back to it, and it again clears away. And this time, as you look into it, it does seem to be a different room. You seem to be walking through a city. As you walk, the faces of those around you seem to be ashen and very, very dark-skinned, elves that seem to be going about daily business. It is dark all around you. You see what appear to be drow. And you seem to be following someone through a crowd.
Okay. Interesting. All right.
Are you going to continue watching them?
Oh, sure. until they show back up, I have nothing to do. So.
Ah, okay.
So it's Netflix.
Oh yes.
Are you still
Effectively.
there?
I'm gonna start writing this down.
As you walk through the town, you notice you walk into a very decorated building. As you do, the building itself is made of the stone of the actual wall of the cave. You see that it
Wall
is-
of the cave.
You seem to be in a cave of some sort.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I'm in like an underground city.
It seems to be underground. As the more that you walk around, you do seem to notice you see bits of the walls of the cave around you. As you're walking through, you see him enter into this building, and it is etched into the side of the walls of one of the cave. As you walk in, you do see more well-dressed drow than you had before. They seem to hold higher rank based on just how they present themselves. You see, again, you don't get to hear any of the conversations that happen. You do see a couple of them walk up to whatever character you seem to be attached to, and he stops for one of them in particular as he goes to enter through two sets of two doors, double doors. They seem to stop him, check over their shoulder, say something. You're not quite sure. You don't see their mouths. You just see them turn to the side and address someone, and then allow him through. And as they do, you do see what appears to be this grotesque creature. Seems to have the body of a drow, but it seems to have very spider-like features.
Can I make a religion check on what I'm seeing?
You may.
Gosh dang it. Natural one.
Here's a thought. Retire that one.
It's gone.
It has rolled a 3, a 5, and a 1.
It's with your background, it does seem to be a really religious type of environment. You aren't able to quite recognize. The thought escapes you. You know about the drow. You know that they serve a god. What was its name? Oh crap.
You said
I can't. It's just on the tip of your tongue. You can't quite get there. But it seems what you're looking at does seem to be a religious figure for whatever the god that the drow worship are.
That you can't remember or don't want to say.
Oh, he
I
can't
rolled a
remember because
natural
it's a
one.
1. He can remember.
Yeah. Oh no, I can remember.
Yeah, I get it now. I was like, John.
Well,
Yeah, we know.
I know.
Yeah.
And about that time, you
We
two
come back in.
finish your exploration of the tunnels. Come back up.
There's nothing. What's my pendant do?
It was 2 dead spiders.
Oh, are you back?
Mm-hmm.
Here you go. It seems to be a way of looking into another time or place. I don't know if it's the present, the future, or the past, but I looked in it twice. The first time, I was in a room in a cave, I assume, and I saw this larva-like creature crawl into its bed. If that's what
The
it
bed was larger than that creature was.
Okay.
The bed looked. The bed looked about the size for a medium creature
Okay.
of some kind. So it did not look like
It
that.
was that its bed.
Yeah,
That makes
it did not
sense.
look like it was roughly constructed. It looked like an intelligent being crafted a bed, and whatever this was kind of slinked up into it.
And I looked in again, and I saw a different thing. I was in an underground city. There were drow, and it seemed like, I don't know. He went into some temple-like thing, and they were worshiping some like drow spider thing.
Interesting.
I should know what they were worshiping, but I can't remember.
Good roll, huh?
May have been a 1.
Only the best.
No, it doesn't say
I recognize that, I
usage
can tell you
on
that.
usage on there, but
It doesn't.
That one does not. I guess
because that
you
would be
are
something
correct.
you would know.
It would say number of charges. It does not have a number of charges.
Cool. Yay.
My guess is that what I was seeing was coming from either this ring in another time or another ring, because my
It's
view
not
of
a
the
ring.
second
It's a pendant.
pendant, because my view was on following a person. The second one, and the
Interesting.
first time it was against a wall, like it was placed on a shelf or something.
Huh.
So you can use it to look in. Can they use it to look out?
Would assume.
Cool. Great. Put it in front of the spider.
I get the feeling they would appreciate that.
Find a spider.
Look in your magical pendant thingy and boom, giant spider.
Giant dead spider.
They don't know it's dead.
So this is just a thing to look at and see things.
I would, at the very least, keep it covered up if you're not using it.
I don't know if I have anything to cover it up with.
Is it pocket or something?
You could put it in another dimension.
Do we have a
Pocket
thing with dimensions?
Not about that. I don't know if we want. I don't know how that will work.
Because we don't know if covering it will do anything.
Yeah.
My parents replaced their windows last week,
Mhm.
and now we have huge fly problems.
Just give them those electric swatters like what the door has.
Can I make some sort of check on it to see like what it would be used for?
Arcana or
Yeah,
something?
go ahead and use Arcana check. Or Religion check, whichever one is preferable for you.
10.
Seems to be a religious pendant of some kind. You do see it's very finely crafted, and the enchantment seems to allow for not necessarily communication between people, but potentially oversight into people.
So like a boss watching his employee? Or a priest watching parishioners?
I mean,
Or
it
like
would
a
make
baby
sense.
monitor.
Or baby monitor?
Yeah.
Hmm. And this is like, do I get the sense that this is the viewing or the viewed stone?
You can't quite tell.
Okay.
My assumption, well, I believe we should assume it could be either. Or
That's-
both.
How about this? I got a tiny mirror in my thieves' tools. You'll put it in, and when they look in, it'll just like bounce back and forth into.
You
each
heard
thing.
Mayor,
And
didn't
then it
you?
would explode.
No, I just like mirror. I just like the thought. That's all.
Now I want another one so we can see what happens when I do this.
It's like Ray in the cave.
Yep.
Thanks for that.
I got a text from Miss Wen the other day. She goes, "Finally watching The Last Jedi. I'm loving it." And I was like,
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
"Yep."
I will just stick it in a pocket. I
Okay.
suppose. Unless we've got a better idea.
If that's what people want, but I
Did
don't
it-
see a problem with putting it in a pocket dimension.
Did it require attunement?
It
I
did not.
don't think so, because I didn't attune to it.
Just throwing this out here to be devil's advocate because I feel like Misery wants to say this but isn't here. What if we don't want to make these people angry with us?
That's true. Do we need
And
this
so
pendant?
if we want them to know we're coming and maybe give them a little warning without saying either get out of our way or something, we could leave it out.
You mean don't take it?
Well,
I'll leave it
let's say
out.
that. I mean, how useful is it to see?
I didn't try talking into it.
Could you hear?
Hello!
Could you hear anything?
No.
Ah, maybe it doesn't work that way.
Roll a perception check.
Ooh, that's actually decent. 21.
You hear nothing.
I don't even hear myself say hello.
Nope. You hear nothing through the actual pendant. It is silent.
So what
I
did
don't
you guys
think sound goes through.
Okay, yeah, that's a good guess. What did you guys find in the tunnels?
2 dead spiders in a tunnel that goes, and I point the direction where the other tunnel goes. That way.
Is that where we're heading?
Well, your god told us where to go.
Yeah.
Should we start making our way?
Yep.
Making our way downtown.
Okay.
How's everyone else on health and things? You're
I'm
feeling good?
Fine on health. I'm
Might
down
have
a
to
couple
So are you?
spells.
Do
Might
you
have
want
to
a
sit
short
the
rest?
next one out. Short rest would be nice.
It's
We
like,
have
what,
spent a lot of time
mid-afternoon?
Needed.
I would say it is about afternoon time if y'all are gonna stop and take a short rest, because y'all got started pretty early on and y'all really hadn't made it that far. So
You're the only one with damage. I can just do a second level healing word too. Does anybody else need a short rest?
No.
Do I get spells back for it? Then no.
What are? Oh, I don't.
You would get to choose Divinity's fate.
Should I just do that, or do you guys want to?
I have no desire for a short rest.
I'm about,
so-
I'm about halfway, so
I'll cast second level healing word on
healing word or
you. Healing word. That's all I have.
okay. I just assumed it cure.
I don't even have a potion I can give you.
I mean, I have a potion.
He's kind
it
of
just
like-
cost the money.
He's kind of like Jester 2.0.
Yeah.
what are y'all talking about? I give y'all plenty of money. Y'all are rich.
You've given me nothing.
I blew 2
Except for
second
the
level
money.
spells and 4 first level spells on Sunday, and only 2 of them were on healing, and it was because stupid barbarian.
I hope people should eat some of these, or I'm gonna eat them all.
Oh, I'll have
Please
one.
give me one.
Which
Oh.
at some point I'll have to let you guys know everything that happened with our.
Yep.
Yeah.
Finally got into.
Well, these are all these?
Yeah.
I love all
You
these
healed
taquitos.
8.
3 out of 4. I steal this healing mid.
Okay.
It's like this light is going towards
I just jump in the way.
So y'all are gonna continue exploring.
Yep. the plan.
Yep.
Lead the way, Aldrich.
No. I'm not.
No. Point the way, Aldrich.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, cool. He points the way.
I
Go.
assume everybody knows what it is.
Okay.
I mean,
So y'all make it back into this
makes sense for
room.
a ranger too, but
Where do y'all want to go?
Where
From
Helm told us to go.
yeah, that place.
Oh, this is the pillar, right?
that is the pillar.
So
So
I look back here and there's another, like the path is going back there.
Yep.
Okay.
and narrows down into a small opening. So you'll have your minis. If y'all aren't gonna be responsible,
Respondable?
responsible.
Also, say, what was that word that started with an F? That meant not oval or not smooth.
Faceted.
I think he said faceted.
Faceted,
Faceted. I love it.
faceted.
I heard faceted.
I like faceted better.
I know, right?
A multifaceted gem.
Eldritch Gloss.
I turn on the
Oh,
kitchen
good
faucet, the bathroom faucet.
Okay. You get 1d4 subtracted from your next whatever roll. I don't even care what it is.
It'll be a 1, so I can handle that.
No, I get to roll it. 5. Weird.
You want to
Nice. Okay. So,
Did IT ever call? Sorry. Did IT ever call?
yes, it locked.
Oh, seriously?
Yes. He said, call me first thing tomorrow. I went, okay. He doesn't come in first thing, but I'll tell him to call you whenever he gets in.
Amazing.
We don't do that here. Okay, this floor.
Yep.
I get it when I could well feel like it.
I will be
Okay.
in the middle towards.
Okay.
Was
So
it
y'all
like-
come around that way?
I'll be towards the back.
Y'all trying to be sneaky? Y'all trying to how we just walking around?
Apparently, me and Ashlog are taking a quick nap.
Sure, we'll be sneaky.
Yeah.
Snacky snacks.
Which one's sneaky of these?
Stealth.
Is this one sneaky?
The dagger one.
One with
That
the
one.
daggers.
Yep, that's it.
Okay.
my-
So
That guy-
y'all
that
are
guy
coming
got
around this way.
Ridiculous amounts of
I
sneakiness.
guess so. Yeah.
Ah!
Guys, the Montagues laughed so hard at the love potions. They made me so happy.
I misheard that as the Montagues laughed, and I was like, oh no. And then you said so hard, and I was like, oh no.
I found this so
Yes.
hard.
Okay. So as you make your way around,
You guys. Are you leading? No, you're.
I heard
you're
so
going
hard
third
too.
person.
I do have dark vision.
Same.
okay.
Actually, I have some bonus in survival.
How did I end up in the back?
I'm about to ask the order that we're in.
Okay. So as y'all make it through,
Sacrifice for the cause.
okay.
I thought he was gonna pull the map on us.
Rocks fall, everybody dies.
Okay.
It's that door tear I guarded.
So as y'all are making your way through, you notice off in this direction. Okay, so green will be green was tunnel spiders things. Red is going to be webbing. So so y'all see another pathway blocked by webbing.
Dang it!
And then this
Oh, that's
gets
something.
Congratulations.
this seems to
I
be
don't know if that's a good thing.
down.
Aiming for one insect and you get something.
Okay. And this comes down to a single tunnel that is not blocked.
Multi-trapper, where's the tracks go?
Tracker?
Track.
No,
Track.
Wait,
Remus
what is
tracks
tracking?
things. Survival. I think I've got
That starts with an S, right? I can be a tracker.
I'm decent at survival.
I got Jack Swap.
I will look at the tracks.
Okay.
I will roll a 21 to look at the tracks.
You remember the tracks went the other way.
I think we missed the tracks that direction.
The tracks turned left whenever we all first came in.
Okay. What? Any other tracks?
Okay.
Like we're hunting basilisks primarily, but we'd like to know
Right.
if there's drow or spire. But they usually go on the ceilings.
Drow go on the ceilings? I guess you would know. In
Oh,
our
he's a
other
dragon
campaign.
boy.
Another lie.
And then when he was doing that, I was trying to remember if you were down this one or not.
Yeah. I checked my stats and I was like, I can cast dancing light. Nope. That's
Nope. So as you look around for tracks, you do notice a fair amount of the floor is covered by the same webbing as before. It seems to be undisturbed for the most part. So it doesn't look like at least anyone who would have been caught in the webbing has passed through here.
No one's really gone this way. Lots of webs, not so many tracks.
Okay. Yeah. Y'all said you're being stealthy, so go ahead and be stealthy.
I rolled an 18.
18 for stealthy.
I do want to confirm, when I cast the spell, I walked on this side of the pillar, so this is the path that I cast
Yes.
it down, right? Oh, stealth roll.
I don't know how you can be stealthy with such a big dice.
my, my highest roll of the night, guys, an 8.
You know, I had faith that I wouldn't kill you guys.
I have
That
not.
faith
Is
is
this the-
dwindling.
It was
like 12, right?
yeah. Yes. I had an 18.
Is this the critical roll one?
No, that is a
This is just
Citadel
a,
dice.
Just a big one?
That just happens to match and is probably from the same company that they ended up getting those from.
Because they made a big one, right?
This one's
No.
not.
Well, they made a big one. They made that one.
I thought they made one for the Mighty Nine.
So these are the ones they sold this year at the live show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then I found this one the next day and I was like, yes,
Yes, please.
because big and coppers. Ooh. I'll take his rolls.
Okay.
I should start rolling for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll continue on, and you'll continue on, seemingly feeling mildly stealthy. Which direction did you want to go? Did you want to go through the tunnel that way?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, which way?
That one.
Oh, this
When you said it, it looked like you were pointing down this tunnel.
No.
Like, hold on.
That way. I don't know. I mean, it was pretty cool to go in that one last time.
That was awesome.
It was awesome. Okay.
Alright, let's go.
So, as as y'all get to the entrance there,
Are we playing, like, just pretending like Remus and,
They're taking
Crown
it
Break?
back.
Okay. Like, we don't have to take
Remus
defeats,
rolled
so-
Yeah, I don't think we've got
so high.
I mean, we could just do straight rolls for them if anything needs to be.
if they are necessary, we will.
You hear that, guys?
include
If you're
them.
necessary.
Don't worry, we got this.
Oh, everybody's unconscious.
They're necessary!
Well, everyone else is dead, so let's have them carry your dead corpses out. Weird, they encounter no resistance. Okay. So, as y'all enter into
Natural
this
40
room,
on stealth.
let's go ahead for a roll. Okay, you're leading through
Did I perceive anything rolling to determine our stealth?
I will not justify that with an answer.
I don't understand that question, and I won't respond.
Okay. As you walk through, that is 18 to hit for you.
That hits.
Okay. As you walk through that entrance, you look up to see another one of those fun little net casting spiders come down and grab you. I actually have minis for this one, guys.
Yay!
You're the one leaning in. Don't look at me like that. It's okay. We're having fun, guys. I promise.
Roll for persuasion.
Okay. These guys are fun. Look at that. They just hold on to each other like real spiders.
I don't think that's what real spiders do.
Have you not seen those hairballs?
I mean, that's hair.
I did see those. Yeah.
There's like a brown spot on the wall, and the guy reaches up and grabs it, and it's made up of spiders. Grabbing onto each other.
Yeah.
Yep.
My house goes on the market the next day.
Don't worry, they're daddy long legs. They're the friendly kind.
You know.
Which, interestingly enough, are not the most poisonous spider in the world, and are strong enough to actually bite you.
And are also not spiders.
There are two types.
Yeah.
There's one type that's not a spider, and there's the other type that's an actual spider that can bite you, but it's not very venomous.
Where's the blue? There's the blue. Okay, so this room goes off that way.
I learned that like 2 weeks ago.
So
Friend
you.
of mine had a Facebook status today, and she was like, "So last night, my husband and I were in bed, and I was like, babe, I just felt something on my leg." And he goes, "Yeah, I did too." And so we threw the covers back, and there was a hair on my leg. And he said, "Was that it?" And I said, "I don't think so." And I threw the covers back a little bit more, and it was the biggest brown recluse I've ever seen.
Oh goodness.
Nuke.
So you are currently restrained.
Inside flamethrower.
Okay.
So I'm gonna need
Every
everyone
house needs
to
one in
roll
Missouri.
initiative. Yeah.
Hooray!
Guys, my turtle has like a 0 bonus to his initiative.
5.
17.
Dang it! I didn't switch die.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll pull mine out.
But I'll put my back. Is that okay?
Okay, so what were the 4 rolls? Because it's no use going through
20.
the entire thing. So 20,
17.
17.
3.
5.
Okay, so you're going first, and you see this spider that is suspended about 10 foot off the ground. Its legs reaching down, and has
Tight.
has Arschlod.
So is it pretty wide enough to I can go around him to go like punch him in the face?
Yeah, you can get around and get to him.
We'll do that.
He is a little bit up in the air, so it might require some fun jumping or something.
How high up in the air?
Like he is about. I guess if you, depending on if you want to strike its main body or if you just want to like hit the legs that are down at the ground level. I guess for fun. Like I guess it really wouldn't matter because damage is damage. So you'd be able to hit him.
I mean, we'll just say I could like parkour, do a jump,
Yeah.
Parkour!
and then just do the jump and swing thing that you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, the jump.
always works.
When you're trying
Okay.
to get that
Okay.
hornet's nest, it's just out of reach.
Yeah.
Just
So if you want to parkour up, let's get a little bit of a acrobatics check and then.
Why are we not just hitting the legs we can reach?
The legs when you can
cool.
roll a natural 1 and whiff.
Hey, I'm the best at what I do. And what I do is not roll natural ones. That is 19 on the acrobatics.
You make it up there, and it is.
Wow, the next one's
You
a natural
are
one.
smack dab at like eye level with this thing.
Which eye?
Natural 20.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
So that is 4 of the damage. And. Oh, that's why I did 4, 7 damage. And we're going to try and smack him again.
So that's 7 damage, you said?
7 damage, bludgeoning.
7 bludgeoning. Got it.
I'm gonna smack him again. 18.
And that's gonna hit.
9 damage that time. Keep going.
No, you're good. Just keep on going. I just thought it was funny that
That's a natural 20.
Did less
damage. Yeah, nah, thanks. Bonus action, unarmed strike. Okay, so natural 16, so
Well,
22. And that will be 6 damage.
So you're bouncing off the cave wall. You get up there and bam, 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 3 successive strikes in a row, and it kind of like reels back with its eyes and just tries to it's trying to fixate on you, and it's kind of hard to do it with you punching each one of its eyes. You did a good chunk there. Okay, next up we have fire.
I'm going to firebolt him.
Okay,
That is a 22
that'll hit.
to hit. Firebolt is, what's that, D12? D10s? Hold on, let me look, I can't remember. 2D10. I deal 17 points of damage.
17. Okay.
Fire damage.
After you see Fractal kind of gliding down gently, like the monkey is, the tunnel is briefly lit up as you let loose a fireball, and it. You again see it kind of like reel back in pain. It's y'all are putting pretty good dents in this thing. It's not something that's super hardy, so keep it up. So anything else you want to do for your turn?
Yeah, but I can't.
That's unfortunate. Okay, next up we have our spider.
Firebolt's
Okay. He is going to go ahead and take a good bite out of the thing that it has in its grasp. So, let's go ahead. It's 6 plus 13.
No.
That's unfortunate. So it tries.
6 plus 13? That's what I heard
6
too.
plus
Yeah.
13.
That's like 21. 19?
Oh, actually, I take that back just a sec, because you are technically restrained.
We know.
I know. Okay, so let's go ahead. Um, 14, 28, 31.
31 damage?
It's double dice damage, yes.
What type?
That is piercing.
Okay. All of it?
It is 10 piercing and 7, I guess 14. 10 piercing. Yeah, 10 piercing, 21. I'm sorry, 10 poison, 21 piercing.
Okay. So 5 poison.
Yep. I can't maths. Reverse math is hard. Okay, so that's its turn. Next up is you.
Yeah, one sec. He never was. I was.
Oh, no, his thing says.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
I was restrained last week.
Sorry.
You just press the button and then it makes you restrained.
Okay. I guess I'll rage and try and break the restraint.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength check. You break free.
Okay. I'm guessing that's my turn.
You can try and move around if you'd like. You still have your movement.
I mean,
I'm just giving you your options.
I know what my options
Okay.
are. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Your turn.
So she's free. I'm gonna shoot a crossbow,
Okay.
which is 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
9 damage.
9.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, so. So it is looking pretty dang hurt.
And I'm gonna, as my bonus action, cast Healing Word on her
Okay.
for 8 healing.
Max heals.
Nice. Yeah.
Nice.
I rolled 2d4 and gave you 9.
That's okay. Okay. So there's your turn. We're back up top.
I'm a smacking.
You're gonna smack him. Smacking, smacking, smacking.
Ooh. Natural 19, and that is 7 damage.
How you're unconscious? Goodness, you just keep getting worse.
No, it's not active. See? Now I'm unconscious. Now I'm
Wow.
not. I am. Now I'm not.
Wow. I wish I could fall asleep and not asleep that fast.
You have no idea how much I wish I could
Wow.
push a button.
Right.
Just
It is hanging on by a dang thread.
I mean, it is a spider.
It is. It's actually, you can physically see the thread.
all right.
You need a pair of scissors.
I feel like I need to be a disadvantage after a comment like that, but I'll do my bonus action, or not my bonus, my second attack. That's a natural 18, another 7 damage.
Another 7. Okay. That.
Swinging like a
How do you want to do that?
I'll just punch him and make him fall down and let go.
Okay. With that, Spider collapses onto the ground, seemingly defeated and, as Spider do. Yep. Okay. Yay, Spider. Okay. So he'd be dead. What next? You look around the room. Seemingly.
I'm gonna scan for more spiders.
I mean, there's only one there. That has to be all
Okay.
of them, right? So go ahead, make a perception check.
Can I investigate what about this area made it seem like a good place for this spider to set up? Like, was it
So-
hiding behind an outcropping of rock?
Yeah.
Or behind a stalactite? Or
As y'all got to where this portion was narrowed, and I probably should have described it a little bit better. It did. There was a little bit of an overhang that produced a natural sort of separation of rooms. So it was hiding just behind this little overhang of rock, and was able to just come straight down. You look around, and it's hard to. The rest of the room looks fairly open, Go ahead and roll your perception and let me know what it comes out to.
Bye. Combat's over, guys. Rolls are gone.
Good thing there are only 4 of us today.
I know. There's another outcropping there that you see, and then over here we have yay 4 things. So let's go ahead and have our constantly moving and adjusting map continue to adjust. That'll be erased, but yeah. So as you look around, you do not see any other overhangs in this room that would produce a similar type of hiding nook, except for potentially behind there's a large stalactite that seems to be hanging over in the corner over here. As you look over this way, it seems to go beyond the reaches of your dark vision, but it doesn't go beyond the devil's sight. Just a sec. We'll have some fun here. We'll give him a
You mean Misery gets to use his devil sight when he's not here?
He would at least be able to see the end of the room. So I'm not going to give him. I'm not going to give them too much, but you would at least be able to see that there is the end over there. And I just want to go ahead and draw it while I have things kind of mapped out, anyways. Where did I?
In the future, I'm gonna try and keep my eyes peeled for more overhangs and stalactites that might hide a web dropper.
Good call. Good call.
Can I look for like the trapdoor things we saw in that room?
I'm gonna engage my natural cat
Like on the walls
instincts
and
to
floor.
hunt spiders.
Okay. So
Fair, right?
go ahead. Come on, guys. Go ahead. Roll. I'm guessing if you're just looking perception, you said you're gonna be keeping an eye out for other overhangs. So got that. The heck is wrong with you guys?
It's just Paul.
I don't want to kill you, but I have.
It's a 6 total.
6 total. The ground looks pretty solid from just looking through into the room. You do not happen to see anything that's moving like you were able to find in the original room, to where you saw the ground shift slightly. So you do not happen to see any of the trapdoors.
I'm gonna chop off.
Oh,
We're clear.
I'm gonna
No
chop
traps.
off
You don't
two
see any
of the
trapdoors?
spider's legs
Mm-hmm.
and put one in my backpack and use the other one to just like tap the ground in front of me like a.
my cat
Blind
instincts
person.
are telling me.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Spiders
take a
about.
different approach.
Nope, this is the best way. You're lucky I'm not using them to pretend to be a spider as I walk along.
I considered.
He just holds the spider out in front of him.
Actually, I am gonna do this. I'm gonna wait. I think.
Go ahead.
Should I? Yeah. No. It's gonna attract them. It's not gonna scare them away. I don't even.
I'm a
Yeah.
cat. I eat spiders.
I'll take one of the poison glands out and just like have it on my backpack.
Okay, go ahead and roll. I believe.
So you just the ones you already harvested.
Yeah.
Oh, one of the ones you already.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were harvesting the new one.
No.
Okay, so I'm gonna go a slightly different direction. I
Back out.
am going to
Roll a d4.
cut myself to keep my rage going,
Huh.
and I'm just gonna bolt.
Across the room.
Across the room.
Oh, Leroy.
Okay.
I knew we were gonna.
As
do
you
Leroy.
start making your way across the room, so
As much as I can, looking for trapdoors or whatever the heck I can see as I run, like trail running, like don't hit a root type thing.
These spiders just drop behind her.
This
How
is
far did you just move me?
10.
5, 10 squares.
10 squares. So there'd be 2 more, right? Because
Yeah.
you have 30.
Yeah.
Okay.
35.
Oh, 35?
Yeah.
Okay, so as you approach, you do in fact see
Okay.
guys, this is hard. You do see the end of this tunnel, and one more that branches
You
off.
gotta go.
I gotta go.
Oh no.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
Well, everyone's definitely gonna die now. Okay, and you see you see this tunnel end as you go off that way. You see over here what appears to be 6 bodies caught in the wall.
Like, how alive are they?
Uh,
Or how dead are they, I guess is a better question.
They are very much not alive,
Okay.
but they are not just bone. They are what seems to be in various states of decay.
Desiccation.
Yeah.
Meat sacks.
Wrapped and tied to the wall. Yeah.
Pyramid head, guys.
They all seem to be in fairly well-worn clothes, in what you can assume is merchant's attire.
Those that are completely decomposed, what color skin they got?
The color of skin that they have varies. You actually see what appears to be a 2 human, a dragonborn,
I'm
a
backing up myself,
halfling,
just give me a minute.
and 2 gnomes.
I'm sorry. 2 humans,
2 humans, dragonborn, halfling, and 2 gnomes.
I would cast detect magic.
Okay.
Um,
That's assuming that you followed her?
yeah,
Yeah.
kind of assumed everyone did
Okay.
eventually.
So at this point, we can have everyone follow along.
When I see that and the evidence of spider activity, I would probably cast another detect poison.
Oddly enough, you
No,
do
I told her
not
that she can stick in the
see.
woods room.
Oh,
Sometimes.
I don't know what
I was going to say, you do not see any other poisonous creatures surrounding you.
Did I notice anything?
There's one right behind you.
You do not notice. You do not notice any magical items.
Okay.
What would y'all like to do? Continue on, leaving these poor people pinned to the wall?
Or we loot the bodies.
Is that what you'd like to do?
Why would you?
They're pinned to the wall by webs, right?
They're all webbed to the wall. And also,
Is there shiny things that look lootable on the bodies?
they
Spiders don't loot.
they do not loot. You do see they are wearing whatever they were traveling in, from what you can tell. They're wearing what looks to be mostly merchant type of clothing for the gnomes and halflings. The dragonborn seems to be wearing what appears to be a leather armor.
Does this? I mean, does this seem like it was done by the spiders, or does it seem like they were set up there and then the spiders came and got them?
It looks like they were set up there by the spiders. They are all, and it's hard to tell exactly what they have on them because they are actually very much wrapped. There's enough to see distinguishing features of like a face, or you might see an arm sticking out for some of them, but they are mostly.
How decomposed?
Oh, go ahead.
How decomposed are the humans?
The humans seem to be completely drained of bodily fluid. They seem to have been. Go ahead.
Burn the webs away.
Go ahead and make a medicine check for looking at these guys.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
10.
The humans look like they were. They had started being consumed first. They none of them look.
I'm going to create bonfire and burn all the webs away.
Okay. None of them look like they are
It
particularly
doesn't
like
burn anything being worn, so.
older
that's good.
than the rest. The time between them seems to be enough so that there's still flesh on the body for all of them.
Okay, so would my 10 get me at all a guesstimation on how long these have been here?
You would probably guess about.
I want any gold if we find
2
any.
weeks?
You will get all the gold probably.
Can I make
Okay.
the religion check? Does this look like some sort of ritual?
Go ahead and roll.
See you guys.
Bye.
I'm getting better, guys. That's a 9.
A 9. You do not see any sort of.
That's a 6, right?
It's a 6. You do not see any sort of pattern to how they were hung. It does not seem to be religious in how they are put up. So he technically did create a
Oh.
bonfire
Yep.
before he left. So they, the webbing burns away and they all kind of slump down to the ground. Also, kind of catching on fire for their clothing.
So he said that it specifically says it doesn't burn.
You said it doesn't burn clothing.
Oh, it doesn't burn clothing?
Yeah.
Because magic
Okay.
fire.
In that case, it burns away the webbing and they are left. They all fall to the ground with no webbing.
Yep.
We detected no magic. We've been
Right.
here for 2 weeks.
I'm gonna look for money.
Okay.
I'm gonna loot. Yeah.
Okay.
What? Oh, you doing damage?
Yep.
Okay.
Loot quickly.
Yeah, I
Okay.
was thinking like
So
one or
go
two.
ahead, do investigation as y'all rummage through the bodies quickly.
Right. 19.
19.
15. Well done.
Yeah, it's about
That's
right.
double digits.
Okay, between the two gnomes, you find what appears to be 300 gold pieces.
300 gold. Okay.
The two humans have 50 gold on them. And the halfling and the dragonborn have 20 silver pieces and 30 silver pieces on them. Other than that, you do not find anything out of the ordinary that a traveler would not be carrying. They seem to have on them traveler's packs on the humans. The two gnome, what appear to be merchants, have rather fine clothing that has since been kind of spoiled, just based on the decay of the actual bodies. And then the halfling and dragonborn Dragonborn was carrying a staff. Halfling was carrying a what seems to be a.
I legit thought for a second, we can skin the dragonborns and sell them to the. I was like, no, that's not what Fractal would do.
The halfling seemed to be carrying some sort of not a keg, but a small barrel of something attached to his back.
Do I see anything in there that would mark them as an individual, so that we could say, "Hey, we found these people." It's them.
You look the two humans. The two humans you don't recognize, but if you had to put together the like something to identify these people as, it looks like the two humans and the two gnomes were in a similar state of decay. And the Dragonborn and the Halfling were at
So
a
probably two
similar-
different groups.
Probably two different
Okay.
groups. And out of the two different groups, it looks like the gnomes would have been the ones to have something on them that would identify them, but you cannot find anything that has markings of any kind.
Okay.
I'm gonna quickly grab the barrel of some liquid
Okay.
and suggest we move down the tunnels before.
Take off running.
Alright.
So we are running apparently.
Stealth was doing us lots of good.
That's fair.
That is
I
fair.
will hold my light hammer ready to throw it if I see anything that has too many legs and eyes.
And for 10 minutes, I detect poison and disease.
Oh, that works too.
Okay. Okay. As y'all run into our next room,
We're going up. It's scrolling. We need to go up.
I'm not good at this,
One
guys.
of these days we'll figure out how to put the circle in the circle hole and the square.
Nope. Nope.
Oh, dang it, I've screwed everything up. Everything's broken.
So,
No,
if you move this one over.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll work. Okay.
Just,
No.
Nope, I have successfully screwed
I'm sorry.
myself.
I underestimated you, and I apologize.
How did you do
Okay,
this?
it's-
Oh,
this
it
needs to
was
be
that
flat.
one.
Okay,
Yep.
change of plans. Tunnel goes this way for a little while.
Yup,
Just get an arbitrary DM for you.
that's fine. Everything's fine, guys. Okay. It's okay. It kind of does that anyways. We'll just accentuate it. Okay. So as you run through our tunnel here,
Like the jigsaw puzzle of doom.
What?
where did I put my marker?
There's a green one there.
You found it.
Found it. So I hate everything. Okay.
Joys of DMing.
Okay. So it curves back and around. And as you enter this room, just pretend. Bloop. As you enter back into here, you find you see
What do we now?
you see what appears to be three spiders
Okay.
that stand before you,
Cool.
motionless.
Are they stone?
You want to go up and investigate?
I want to get close enough to figure out if they're stone.
Why don't you make a perception check?
Oh, goody! Natural 20!
Ooh, that's gonna be good for when you see the basilisk.
They do appear to be stone.
Ah, sweet! Cool.
I'm gonna. Do I see that? Are we? No. I'll wait.
Oh, screw it. Okay.
I don't think you've rolled this well on damage.
I know. I'm just gonna run through. I'm gonna try and trigger the thing to come out.
Okay.
I am following. My eyes are closed once I notice this, and I have detect poison.
My eyes are looking at the ground.
I'm gonna offer to blind you if you want to.
I'd still like kind of know where I'm going, especially if it's nowhere near here.
Okay.
Sorry, you're just blind for the next hour.
How long is it?
The room,
We'll all follow.
the room that
their
you
eyes
are
are
in, because y'all did get a glimpse of it as you entered, is a very large room as it opens up. It has a portion off to the right here that seems you can see the wall open up and then curve back around, following over to let's say north south. I guess I should actually specify which one
That would
is
be
north.
west.
Yeah, well, yeah, north south. So
Oh, east then.
yeah, east. That follows around to the east where the tunnel seems to be heading. There is a large pillar in the southeast portion of the room that seems to be obscuring part of a wall. But other than that, the room over towards the east seems to be open. The part that follows around to the south seems to be lined with something. You see unnatural formations that line the wall on that side. But yeah, so you run in, and there is silence. Hello. And you said specifically you're looking at the ground, right?
Right now, I am.
Okay. And
What can I see anything looking at the ground of like where the like room ends or goes or?
the room seems to continue on as you kind of like sheepishly like look up just in brief glimpses. You do see far in front, but not terribly far, a light source.
What color?
Torch.
It's a rave.
Okay.
I mean, you see stone people. Makes sense.
You want to come down to the table?
So at this point, we're all aware that there's stony things.
Yep, y'all all see 3 stone spiders that seem to be
Can we D'Artagnan?
frozen in place, facing towards the previous room.
I'm gonna yell to Ashlog. It might be good to wait up a bit. You're taking quite a bit of damage to yourself there.
So, other than, let's go ahead. Yay for continually moving maps.
Yeah.
Huh? Get rid of that abomination. Never do that again. Okay.
Is this all a wall?
Yeah, that is all a wall on that end. Okay, so let's go ahead.
Oops.
Okay, so over here we're gonna have this, and then here is our large-ish thing that seems to be covering up, and then over here. That, and then we have what seems to be our continuation of this room.
That makes so much more sense.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I was like, what?
So, ooh. And it seems to continue on that way.
Light's coming from the side.
The light is coming almost directly ahead of you. Single light point that you can see. It appears to be it appears to be a couple hundred feet in front of you, but you do see that point of light.
I'm gonna look at the. After tripping over my feet a couple times, open my eyes and look at the ground. And walk within 30 feet of these walls, so probably about here, and just follow that line. So that I can sense if there are any poisonous creatures in these corners.
Okay, so as you make your way around the walls over here, you notice there is something that is dotting the side of the cave over here. They seem to be eggs.
So he notices that not with his poison sense, but just by looking?
Just by looking, because he's looking at the ground, he's scanning the ground as he's trying to not.
Yep.
Do I know if... I mean, should I roll something to see if I know what type of eggs they are?
Sure, go ahead and roll a nature check.
Oh, awesome. 22.
Hey!
You saw these diagrammed in the book. These are basilisk eggs.
Cool.
We gonna get
They
some
all
baby
seem
vessels.
to be cracked, and whatever was in them is no longer, as you see
That's less exciting.
what seems to be
More money.
true.
Harder
Maybe
to
we
take
should
home.
stay at the ceiling.
Hmm?
Maybe we should stay at the ceiling instead of the ground.
Yeah. So there's
So
nothing in there, they're cracked open.
they're all cracked open, and that was a nature check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You also see footprints,
Like humanoid footprints
humanoid footprints.
around the eggs. Okay. So there is a basilisk farmer. Someone keeps them as pets.
That's adorable and terrible.
I'm gonna suggest we stealth if we head towards the light.
Ashlag, are you slowing down?
And seeing the eggs, I'm still gonna work my way here and make sure there's no poisonous creatures in this corner.
Yeah, I'll slow down.
I'll run up and just hand you a health potion.
30 feet from the wall, because it goes 30
Yeah.
feet.
Okay.
So I'm walking this side of the pillar.
Okay. So as you make your way around, you do not sense any more poisonous creatures. Y'all mentioned it. Does anyone want to look up at the ceiling?
I will.
As you look up, you again see. You see two more of those not the trapdoor, the net casting spiders, that also seem to be frozen in place up top.
Glad those didn't fall on us.
They seem to be affixed to the roof, and you're looking around, and the room looks like anything that was living is either gone or turned to stone.
Point them out.
One of them was hiding on the back end of here. One of them was hiding as you entered.
Do we want to stealth from here? Take a break?
Let's stealth.
Okay.
Okay.
More stealths.
Guess that's the plan.
Never goes well for me. Freaking pipe.
So are you out of raiders now, or are you just
I have
low?
one more.
We can also take a short rest.
I don't get my rages back.
You get health back. It's true.
I'm pretty sure I've still got more health than
You know what?
I got 51.
Just
Okay.
roll for stealth.
I've got 41, so.
Oh.
And that's basically like double damage, so
Okay. It's 21.
21. Okay.
$15.
17.
Okay. So y'all begin to creep forward towards the light.
Jordan, mister. You good boy?
As you get closer, you begin to see the cave surrounding you slightly illuminate. It is not as dark as you head towards the light,
That would make sense.
but it doesn't seem to be just the light source that is doing that. You begin to see rays that are appearing from up above in the room as you approach it. Y'all steadily make your way until you finally come upon a room that has what appears to be 2 torches in it.
Gentle.
One near where y'all are approaching from the west side of the room, and then one that appears to be on the north side of the room. You see what appear to be small, roughly hewn huts.
Interesting.
Small, meaning like 5 foot tall, 4
Um,
foot tall.
Does this
not short. Think of it like a toll station.
Okay.
Does this look
So-
similar to any of the buildings I saw in my vision?
Uh,
And,
as you approach, you do see that these stations are positioned next to 2 naturally
that?
carved rock bridge type structures that join together and then curl out across to the east. It seems to spiral down out of sight as you're looking in towards it. As y'all approach this room, you hear Fire say, "I've seen this room."
No. This is a stupid hole.
This is the hole.
It's a stupid hole.
Yeah, me and Remus. We saw this from above.
I told you it connected.
Goes down really, really far. At least it looked like it did.
It doesn't sound helpful. Do we want to go down? Do we want to head up, cut our losses?
No, what?
we could head up and take a short rest up there.
We haven't times. schedule, and we've already spent half a day looking around.
But we just found Basilisk.
We have proof they're here.
Oh.
They're near
Very
here.
well. Let's continue.
Smore, are we in a state to fight right now?
I mean, I'm good.
You look back as
I
like
look around at the crowd of
three people that seem to be kind of daydreaming. Okay, y'all are technically not in this room anymore.
Yeah. If we
Yeah,
weren't
so
in a
what-
hurry.
So it's our only option is to go down at this point.
You see. At this point, I wish I could just show you on my map. I might actually just do that. Technically, it doesn't show the bridges on here, though.
The
bridges.
The bridges.
So are we
Yeah,
walking
there's
up
bridges.
to two toll booth buildings on either side of a Khazad-dûm bridge?
Khazad-dûm.
Is that roughly what we're looking at?
Yes.
Okay. Except the bridge is a little bit windy.
The bridge, so. Yeah. So the bridge curves around. So y'all are over here. The bridge, you see a toll booth here and a toll booth here. The two bridges are 10 feet across. One of them spans across. This one comes straight down, and they arc down out of sight over towards around what seems to be like a stalagmite that is coming down towards each other.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
So we have one bridge that comes down here, one bridge that comes down here, and they both combine somewhere in the middle, and then it curves down out of sight behind.
How long are these bridges?
Very long.
And are these like starting up higher and coming down to the middle and then going down a level as they go?
So they start out level with you, and you kind of see them arc up, and then they both disappear off to the east behind what y'all see is the stalactite.
Okay.
Does that make a little bit of sense?
No.
No.
They aren't coming from the top of the hole. They're starting. at our
Nope.
level.
They're starting at y'all's level.
The bridges?
Yes.
Right.
So is there like a cliff wall at these toll booths?
So there is a cliff, and I wanted to try and draw it, and I kept trying to draw it, and I suck at drawing. So the middle of this thing is vacant, except around this edge. It curves around up to the top there. You can get to the north side of the room just by skirting around the edge.
don't draw on
It's fine. It's glass and dry erase. Okay, so it goes up over there. There is.
How do you feel about that?
Please stop it. It's gonna come off. It's not even marking on it. My goodness. Okay, so we have bridge here, we have bridge here, we have path that leads up over here, and then we have toll booth here, toll booth here. This is the absolute worst. So
Where are we?
this area is completely vacant. So like that. This is the worst.
So we're here.
Yes.
That we can go down a
Yeah.
ramp
Y'all
thing.
can
from this
go
toll
down the
booth or
ramp,
here, and I think they both
and
meet
it'll
up.
yeah,
Right.
and it curves around out of sight over there. This one comes down, meets here, and then also both of
Okay.
them curves down out of sight over there.
I'm sorry, we're where?
Over here.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm doing the best
You're
I
fine,
can.
fine.
No, it's just I'm a lot of this is my imagination.
Imagination. Okay.
Can we see enough to know there aren't like any paths to the north?
You do if you peek around the corner, you do see that it does go up to the north.
Ah,
Like it does continue continue to
not
the
like
north.
up out of that hole.
I'm gonna check the closer toll booth for traps and people.
I'm guessing your detect poison isn't showing anything at the moment.
Yeah, I guess it hasn't been 10 minutes.
It seems to be, yeah, it has not been 10 minutes quite yet. And with detect poison up, as you approach one of the toll booths, you do detect, is it just detect poisonous creatures?
I think so.
Can you confirm
I
that?
know exactly. You took. Wait. Oh, that's protection. I'm like, that's not it.
Weird, this doesn't detect poison at all.
You sense the presence and location of poisons, poisonous creatures, and diseases within 30 feet of you. You also identify the kind of poison, poisonous creature, or disease in each case. It can't penetrate the typical stuff.
So if I
As you approach the toll booth type structure, you see appear inside of the toll booth. You notice a blip. It is not a poisonous creature. It is a drow type of poison.
You poisony poison.
Real poisony poison.
Okay.
And so go ahead and you said you wanted to investigate it?
I'm checking for traps and
Okay.
things.
I'm gonna be on the guard. Yeah.
That's my dex plus proficiency. Is that how that works?
For traps? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dex plus proficiency.
10.
10? You're good at this. You do not sense any traps. It doesn't have like so much an open shut door. It just seems to be something kind of there to protect against whatever sunlight may come through. And as you get closer, you notice there does not seem to be anyone in this one.
Cool.
The torch lit outside is still burning, and doesn't seem to be much of a torch actually. You kind of look at it, and it's there does seem to be fire, but it's not. It's kind of just hovering on a little sconce that's there.
Does fire? Can I do this? Does fire detect magic? Detect magic.
Is that would cost a spell slot?
Well,
no,
he used it.
He cast it when I
did
did
use
detect
it.
poison.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that
It
would still be up. You do get a magical blip from that,
Do you get it from the torches?
from the
That's what
torches.
I was
Yeah.
talking about.
You could do it.
It's the one up to the north. I sense poison in there.
You sense poison from the one that he is next to, and as you peek around inside, you do notice a couple of bolts that are just plastered to the side of the inside of it.
Crossbow bolts?
Yep.
Right. Bolts that are plastered to the side. What?
Of the little station there. They have some sitting inside.
Sitting inside, not like someone shot at the.
No,
Okay. No, I was definitely mentioning them like.
no, they
In the
are
wall.
set inside.
Okay, so I can see into there?
Yeah. I assumed whenever you're checking for traps and stuff, you had like kind of investigated it. There does not appear to be any people in there. It just seems to be. It seems to be a very small station, large enough to fit one person sitting with a view out to the west where y'all had come from, and a little exit out onto the actual bridge structure.
And there's just not the only thing in there was those bolts.
Yeah, there was bolts that were tucked away behind the actual seat, which were easy enough to find whenever you pointed out that there was supposed to be something in there.
I will take one and bring it back to and say, "Oh, do you know what kind of poison this is?"
I would know from my type.
Wood.
Poison.
Is a sleep-inducing poison.
And I will take it.
Alright. I'll go get the rest.
Are there any like papers or anything else in that room that's gonna give us an indication of who the heck we're dealing with or what the heck's going on?
I just saw draw bolts.
Okay. So cowboy bolt. Oh,
Hey, that
I
got
can't.
kinda fast.
yeah.
Saw draw bolts.
Draw bolts. You, as you begin to kind of look through, you do not see any papers. You do see etched into one of the walls just hash marks.
Like someone's counting?
Yes.
Okay.
I will add one and then go investigate the other side.
Okay.
Some Mondays, man. I thought I'd been here for 26 days. It says I've been here for 27.
This is the worst. Okay, so one extra hash mark there.
How far away is the other one? The other tower thing? The other building thing?
The other building thing is.
What'd you find, buddy?
You okay, Dart? Oh, you were downstairs.
What's downstairs, buddy?
Did you find something?
It's about 30 foot away. If you were to draw a straight line, you kind of have to arc around to hug the wall a bit, but they're only about 30 foot away from each other.
Okay.
As you make it over there, that one does not have any bolts in it, but it does have a book.
Can I read the book? Or can I read the language the book is in, rather?
What languages do you know?
Common and Draconic. I think that's it.
You cannot. It seems to be well written in. There are several pages that have been written in, but as you thumb through them, you can't quite gather what
Stop.
they say. It's in
Okay.
a foreign language.
Stop.
You say it's been written in?
It has been
Does
written
it
in.
Your phone.
look like a diary format, or...
Stop.
Make an intelligence check.
I am so smart. Is that cocked? That's cocked.
It's kind of cocked.
Yeah, sure.
Intelligence check, 12.
There's a format to it. Yeah, you do see sort of. It doesn't seem to be just free written in. It does seem to follow a rigid pattern.
I'll take it back to the group. Anybody speak this language? I don't know if anyone speaks this language.
I speak Common, Dwarvish, and Orcish.
Common, Dwarvish, Giant, Celestial, Sylvan.
Slash what?
Celestial, Sylvan.
No.
I'm guessing it's an undercommon.
It is most definitely
Okay.
an undercommon. I don't know if anyone else does.
Might.
No,
Chris-
he speaks Infernal.
He speaks
Well,
Infernal,
but
not-
he has the ability to
Yeah.
decipher languages.
does.
So as soon as he gets back,
I can at the next long rest.
I'll take it with me.
okay.
Going back to my
Man,
base.
you're about to ruin someone's whole job.
I mean, if I knew the language, I would have added another.
You just draw squiggles on it, put it back.
Skip one page.
Does it-
Right there.
Does it look like names in the book? Or like, would I be able to tell?
Make an intelligence check.
7.
There are a couple columns. You think one of them could be a name?
Okay.
Am I allowed to call Chris and see if we can use comprehend languages?
If you would like, you may.
He has 2 spells,
Yep.
and one of them would preferably be the hut. Man, being a warlock is hard.
How does he only have 2 spells?
So you only have 2 spells per day?
You get like 4 cantrips, but man.
And they've got their evocations.
And you got your Eldritch Evocations, and Eldritch Blast is the bomb, so it's not like you
Eldritch
need damage dealing spells, but. And yet.
Chris.
Oh, and you get them all back on a short rest. So he could.
Can we use comprehend languages? You don't have it. What do you mean you don't have it?
Did you have that?
I can at a long rest.
I thought you were the one that could read all the things.
He did it in the first.
You
No.
got rid of it? Also double checking, you speak infernal, not undercommon, right?
He's checking.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris.
Yeah, that got treated out for fly.
No! Okay, so double checking, you speak infernal but not undercommon, right?
That was a lot of words very quickly, and I didn't understand any of them.
You speak infernal, not undercommon, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Poop! Okay, thank you!
Yep.
You don't have.
Another language.
That's not a.
Supposed to.
What did you say, John?
I'm just checking. That isn't a ritual, right? No, it is a ritual. You don't have it as ritual?
Only if it was in the book you gave me, which I don't think it was.
I don't think it was either.
Hey, poop it. Okay, thank you, sir. Get back to your vacation.
He's on his way home.
Yeah. Well,
You're-
I'm currently driving home. But
Oh!
yeah.
That's less fun, but we're excited to have you home.
Yeah. I mean, we're not going to make it tonight. We'll do sometime tomorrow.
No, I know. Just in general, we're excited to have you home.
Oh, gotcha. Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, I'll see you sometime.
Alright.
Okay.
Sorry, couldn't help.
That's okay. Bye. Hello. So, we got a book.
You got a book, and he does not have it. I just checked his rituals. That's unfortunate. I'm pretty sure I specifically didn't put it in there because I knew he already had it. Man, that sucks. Okay, so yeah. Unfortunate.
Yeah, take the freaking book.
Okay. Y'all have one well-worn leather-backed book.
Am I putting that in the bag of holding?
It is a ritual spell. Yeah. Go ahead and put it in.
Can you cast ritual spells if you don't?
Oh my goodness.
That's dumb.
Is it wizards who can do that?
I think so.
Oh, the heck is the bag of holding? Okay, so what do we want him to do? Do we want to take a short rest? Do we want to charge forward?
I would get nothing from the short rest, but I think A lot of us would. So
Get your.
what would I get?
What would he get?
I'm gonna have to actually read it. The cleric thing.
Does that come with it? Shows us?
What's it called?
Channel divinity.
Channel divinity.
Yeah.
That will be able to use another knowledge of the ages. Great.
Get it, buddy.
Actually, that's pretty helpful.
So all
Or
I would
turn
get,
undead.
all I would get from a short rest would be hit dice.
No. I mean, I would get everything back, and Chris would get everything back, but Chris hasn't done anything. Sorry, Chris. But yeah.
Chris, you're worthless. The one thing you could have done for them.
I mean, we could have been literally flying through this place, but
You could have asked him if you can fly down.
what is it? What are you doing, brother?
So wait, yeah, what can we see below?
Okay, as y'all peek over the edge, you see the bridge that winds down over time, with sparse lighting on the actual bridge as you see it cross back and forth over the chasm. This bridge is fairly well illuminated because of the fact that it is midday and the sun is directly over top of this hole. As y'all look up, you'll see a giant hole. With the sun directly over top, y'all do see a good ways down. It's still harder to see the bottom, but you do see specks of light down below. Yeah.
If we want a basilisk, I think we go down. It will be wherever the people are.
It must be where the people are.
Just hear screaming down there.
Here's a question. How do we feel about whether or not we handled the hags?
Whether or not we handled them?
We killed one?
Yep.
I mean, what can we do about it?
The question is, how long do I have to hold on to this potion of etherealness for?
Did I not use it?
I had 2.
Oh. We killed one without ethereality.
Ability.
It is true.
Are you planning on using it now otherwise?
Yeah.
Okay. Why?
I've got 10 minutes to go down there and check everything out. We could literally fly down undetected.
I'm all for it.
One of you can?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't want to stick us in the butt later if we need this for something. What is wrong with you?
Lighter doesn't much matter for stone.
What now?
Can you be turned into stone if you're at brutal?
No, because nothing could see you unless they had true sight. Even then. I would assume true sight could see? I don't know. Can true sight see through other? But I don't know.
I missed an internet.
Roll an intelligence check.
Oh! I'm good at this. That's a 9.
Oh no.
True sight can see into the ethereal plane,
Okay.
as far as I remember. I am double checking.
Do I know? I assume basilisks. I don't know if I would have seen that in my stuff.
I can't imagine they have true sight if they're challenged. This total metagaming right now.
Can I, when she's discussing this, pull my little barrel out and dip my finger in and lick it?
What?
You said it's liquid in there, right?
Yeah.
What?
There is liquid in there.
What does it taste like?
I'm the one with the negative intelligence modifier. You're just licking stuff?
It's good with poison.
I'm the one with the defense against poison. He's just licking
Roll
stuff.
an intelligence check with
Oh my
advantage.
gosh.
Hang on. Where's my oh, just intelligence. Nice. 13.
Tastes like gin.
What?
Tastes like gin.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You have a small barrel of gin. You're like, yes!
I'll keep that
Score!
I say go for it.
Okay. Okay. I will down the potion of ethereal illness.
Okay. I forgot you had that. This would be fun. Okay,
Can you
so...
explain this to us?
Yeah.
Just
No, she just does it.
where'd you go?
Okay. I'm gonna double check something. There we go. You can just literally float down, or are you walking down?
I'm going. I guess that depends on how you want the ethereal plane to work. I kind of just assumed I'm a ghosty ghost and can do what ghosty ghosts do.
Sure. Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
So, you consume your potion of etherealness and you step up to the edge and just kind of
Woohoo!
drift down.
Oh. I wanna Pocahontas swan dive.
I would say it's about 1,500 feet
It's
up.
okay, we're guys.
We're basically gods.
Hey, at least she did it, not in her own body.
So, you swan dive off the top of this thing,
Yes.
and as you're falling down, you're seeing levels of this bridge wind back and forth past you, as you're falling. As you get closer towards the bottom, you begin to see the ground rise up toward you, and you see lights placed on either side of you, and you've kind of fallen. You just kind of sit down at the bottom. As you begin to look around, it's this weird misty haze that you're surrounded in. You see two more of these guard posts that you saw at the top. Both of these are in fact occupied, though. You see two drow that sit at the face of this this chasm wall. That as you begin to look around, the chasm gets smaller and smaller as you get down towards the bottom, and this wall seems to be where the bridge dies down into, and there's not much else. It kind of funnels you into this pathway that is flanked on either side by these guard posts, and you see a large gate, a large gated arch.
I'm gonna go through that.
As you pass.
So just double checking. So I've got these two guard posts, so the two guard things, and then like through them
Yep.
is the arch.
Yep.
I'm gonna go through the arch.
As you go through the arch, you go through the arch, you notice what little light that you had shining through from the surface is starting to fade as you enter into this new room that instead of being lit by sunlight, seems to be lit by magical light sources throughout. You see large, dimly lit spheres that are held aloft by what appear to be spider webs, but they don't quite look it. It seems to be mimicking what would be a spider web to these spheres suspended in air, but as you kind of inspect them, they seem to be more more for looks, more aesthetic than actual what would be silk thread being holding these things, and they seem to be placed regularly as this gigantic city unfolds before you. As you look over this city, the path before you gently slopes down into what appears to be a field of gentle fungus. It seems to be these long stalks of this black mushroom type of material that seems to be long enough to where it kind of sways as it sits in place. Kind of like what you would imagine tall grass, except a mushroom.
Okay.
As it approaches the city, the path before you has one more large gate as it opens up into this small residential type area. You see as you drift forward. It's been about 3 minutes at this point.
Okay.
You start getting into this residential area, and you start seeing drow pass by and through you. Each one of them wearing semi-commoner type clothing.
Okay.
Nothing spectacular. Every once in a while, you'll see these large spider-like creatures pass by through you, wielding these large halbergs, kind of just what seem to be guard type presence in the actual outskirts of this large town. As you progress a little bit further, you start seeing the town itself seems to come to a point at a large domed building. This building seems to have large arches that come off of the back of it. There seem to be 8 of them that branch off of this building, and the dome itself seems to be large and kind of like the abdomen of what you would imagine a spider would look like. Surrounding that building are many other smaller shops and places of residence, and everything else seems to be kind of dwarfed by this building. Nothing seems to be taller than it. You do see the cave continue on past that building to where whatever cave system you're in, it seems to be expansive past what you can see the end of this city look like. And as you reach to where the beginning of this large abdomen building is, you begin to think, I'm right about at 5 minutes.
Okay. Have I?
Is there anything in particular you want to look for?
Yes.
Have I noticed the presence of slaves? Or
Slaves?
non-drow?
You have not. You have noticed, though, you have noticed several of the guard who were making their way through the crowd did have what you seek. As chained to them, they had these not quite full-size basilisks that they wield as what seemed to be pets.
Do I notice any particular way that these guys keep the basilisks from like turning people to stone? Like, are the basilisks blindfolded, or like, are they just like seemingly super docile?
They are seemingly super docile.
Huh.
With the age that these, or with the size that you see these basilisks are, you know that these things are not full grown, and probably pretty young at that. And so it could be that they are raising them from birth, and so have them trained. It could be that they have some sort of magic that is preventing it from taking effect unless they need it to. You, if I would say you're not the one who read up on them, but yeah.
Okay.
As far as you can tell, it does not seem to be activating on people that are around, and and you notice that people aren't necessarily shy around them. No one seems to be averting their eyes as they pass by.
Okay. I will head back up.
Okay.
And relay to everyone what I have seen.
Crit.
Good thing we didn't march down there.
You'd be fine.
I mean, we found the basilisks.
So technically, if we want a basilisk, we just have to make some noise. The guards might come up.
True. I have to admit, I was kind of expecting more like a nest of basilisks in the mountain. Not like an entirely new civilization of people.
What reputation do drow have around these parts?
Y'all recall a certain conversation that y'all had with elves at the edge of the woods.
Were we all there for this?
I definitely recall this.
My character does. I agree. My character recalls this conversation. Thus, for the sake of those listening, can we run through that conversation again?
Hang on.
When did we come across elves?
They were the ones with the owlbears.
Yeah.
Oh, this might have been the one I missed.
Just bears.
This
Just-
session I
Guys,
Just bears.
look at my really, really good notes from session, I don't know, on August 26th.
August 26th? Yeah, my notes go from 8:13 to 9:3.
Well, apparently we did something on 8/26 that required no notes from either of us.
Maybe it was in 2017.
Wait,
That
eight-
definitely says 19 on it.
Wait,
Yeah, I don't-
19?
I don't think we came
26,
across them
19.
last session.
Oh, I'm in 2018's notes.
Yeah.
Oh.
That would be the notes. That would be the notes from last session, which literally consisted of you guys
Yeah.
deciding to enter into this freaking
Wait.
cave.
Oh, guys, there are dragons and drow in the mountains.
Ah.
That's
Dragons?
You're glad we found the drow, aren't you?
Yeah.
Hey guys, why don't y'all continue looking? I promise, it's fine.
Was this the first time we entered the Woven Pass?
Is that your alarm?
You want to follow her? I'm sorry, we're having a terrifying moment right now. People might be dying, but it's okay. We were worried about our characters dying. Who knew? It was the players. I needed to have her roll for something. I forgot. I needed to have you roll for something.
Oh, what's up?
What do you roll to identify stonework?
Well,
Your
So you have
specialty is
advantage.
investigation.
two. So I've got
Stonecraft.
make me a history check related to Stonework's origin.
Okay.
Give you proficiency bonus.
Go ahead and do that as you went through the arches.
Okay.
Ah. See, it's 6/18/18, Malendale Forest, South past Mandel, Elven City.
So here's a question. It says I double
this
my
only the
proficiency
first
bonus,
time
but I'm
for
not
double my
proficient in
pass?
history.
Then this is the one I missed.
You are.
Also, I definitely wrote 11 City.
Does anybody have their Brother Chamber go?
What's that? Because I have your
What's your
chain
name?
ability.
The stonecutters. Stone cutting.
Racist.
What do you want to know about it?
How does it work?
Whenever you make an intelligence history check related to the origin of stonework, you are considered proficient in the history
Oh.
skill and add double
Okay.
Okay.
your proficiency bonus to the
That's what I
check.
need to know.
Ooh. So you add 6 plus your mod?
Yeah, so 5. 19.
Wasn't prepared.
The construction that you find as you start to enter the city is dwarven.
Ooh.
Okay.
Most of it looks to be very old and not super well maintained, but you do recognize it as dwarven.
Does it look at all like there was like the initial construction and then like something else or someone else or some other kind of people like added to it or adjusted? Okay. So it's not like dwarves built it for the drow.
Nope. It looks like it was initially dwarven and has since been retrofitted for the drow.
Okay. Can I Can I make a history check to see if I've heard of any dwarven civilizations in these mountains?
You can. Go ahead.
That's a 6.
You know that Thronduke, those who inhabit it, originally came from this mountain range. And if you look in your player's notes that I sent to you on... At least I'm fairly certain, and I will double check, but I am...
No. Wait. Oh, these are the Mark Mountains?
Mhm.
Oh. Huh.
So yeah, that is... Huh, hey look, you're in here.
Huh.
So, while she's relaying this information to you guys, is there anything that y'all want to do?
Do we actually want a basilisk now? Or should we?
Well, what, are you saying while she went down and came up?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got back.
I mean, that was 10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, y'all have 10 minutes of free
It's too
reign to...
short.
Oh, this is during the 10 minutes. What do we do?
I'm gonna put one of the people that aren't here on watch. For the sake of convenience. I'm gonna find the loose rock. And I want to see how far down it goes.
You and your freaking rocks. Okay. You're...
He hasn't done it in a while.
You're right. You're right, he hasn't. So go ahead and roll for boredom. Okay. So you find a small pebble and you kind of toss it over the edge. You hear as it just continues to hit bridge after bridge as it's tumbling down. As
Here at the bottom gets a head caved in.
it seems to go down pretty dang far. You would estimate probably about 300 foot or so.
It's a real far away. Just so you know. I don't think I have anything.
Do you have a question?
Who's Edun and how long's he been raining?
Can you take these drow bolts and make this poison?
They are poison.
Okay. Can you take the poison on these drow bolts and recreate it?
I could try.
It might be something to think about. Oh, hi, bud.
You don't like it at the end of a bolt?
It'd be nice to have more.
Hmm?
Be nice to have more.
I don't know if we could. What? How
It'd
could
be
we
nice
make-
to make more of it.
Oh, you mean like recreate it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like more of it.
Where did I put him?
I wrote the
Poisons, right.
whatever
Which paragraph are you in?
ingredients.
First one
Yeah,
First
it's
one?
worth a shot.
says 200 years before the beginning of Edwin's reign.
Edun, sorry. I heard wrong.
Normally I need the ingredients, and I don't know if the drow ingredients are accessible up. I guess I can make them, but I can study it and see.
Read her. Come on, bud.
Right. You're sleepy.
Okay, you go away. I knew I was going to run into this problem. I ended up changing someone's name because I could not find his name. I'm like, which one was it? Okay, sorry. His reign started around 500, year 500.
We're in year what now?
1,000.
Oh, this was a long time ago.
Was a long time ago. Y'all have since moved on to Thomduke, and it has been a good hot minute since y'all have been since y'all have traveled from the
Yeah.
Mork
Been
Mountains.
like 700 years.
Yeah, but it is still something that y'all were taught.
Okay. Okay. Alright, what are we gonna do?
Who said that?
Ashlog appears before you.
First of all, does anyone else know that there's a big old city of people down here? Would that be news to anyone that maybe we could get a reward for, or is that just like there's birds in the sky? Second, how much does a drow head go for? Like, do we get rewarded if we brought one of them back?
It
Do we even want to
seems
mess with that?
slightly more murderous to me.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want to kill a drow unless they attack us.
Oh, now y'all have consciousness. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm just reevaluating my idea of what y'all are willing to do for money. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
good to know. For later.
I mean, there are toll booths up here, and they seem to be still in use. So we could hide up here until the drow guard comes up with the basilisk.
I will be a bit transparent. My desire for the basilisk was slightly less for just the basilisk and slightly more on a slim chance that we would get something else as well. Seeing the basilisks are not in a collection of beasts themselves, but are in fact domesticated, seems less ideal.
More murder rate, just harder to get to.
Harder to get to.
Okay.
I mean, we've killed the beasts. I don't know if it's worth risking our lives to get a specific kind of creature.
Oh, you and I are thinking very differently then.
You're saying you still want the basilisk?
No, I was thinking maybe we abandon basilisk and go look for dragon.
Oh, well. I mean, I'll go wherever you guys go.
So, from a roleplay perspective, it seems like the simple thing to do is abandon the Basilisk quest. From a metagaming perspective, half of the decision making isn't here,
I know.
and I would kind of feel a little bit bad just like leaving when.
Should we just stop here?
I'm okay with stopping here, and that way we can continue on with the full party and having them being able to make a
Take a long
decision.
rest.
So I will not be here next time we play.
So where are we playing?
You know, we probably wouldn't have done it this week had I known that we were going to lose.
Yeah.
I specifically asked him.
It's
know.
okay. I don't think he saw it
I
coming.
know. Dang you, Josh.
He doesn't mean it, Josh.
So yeah, we will end it there for discussions purposes,
Okay.
and we'll try and fill in.
Unless we want to do a group phone call right now.
Yeah, hey guys.
Hey, everybody.
To be fair, I have been really bad at creating points at which we can actually break off, and I had this one, and I'm gonna stick to it because if y'all continue on, chances are we're not gonna stop at 10.
Uncharted territory.
Okay, we should stop now.
Not so much uncharted territory, but where do y'all see having a break point
Yeah.
once y'all make it down to the bottom even? Like y'all can choose to go down.
So at this point, we're basically, we can go up the hole and ride over to where our horses were, right?
If you have a way of, yeah. So like if you want to fly up, then
Yeah.
yes. You can exit out that way. Y'all can try and make it out the way that you came. You can try to find another way out of the cave.
Flying would be the only way, though, right? So not all of us could go.
Well, someone can fly up, drop a rope down,
That's a high rope.
It's a pretty
rope.
long.
drop 2 ropes down. Drop both into the rope, get the whole rope.
Some people can hop, skip, and step their way up.
Oh, how far
Do-
up is it?
I should be within blink distance. Not blink. I can't think of the
Dimension
shadow.
door?
Yeah, dimension
That's
door.
400 feet.
I'm saying that.
I can shadow step 60 feet.
Okay.
Like, I don't know many other spells that have a
Well, I was thinking of
dimension.
dimension, like, cause
Thunder
Just be-
step.
no thunderstep is.
It's like 100 feet.
Yeah, 100
Or
feet.
80.
No, I was thinking dimension door, and I'm not sure, but like if he's able to do that, that's 2 members of the party, and then
But he's the only one who can do fly.
I'm pointing at
Oh,
Josh.
Josh. Gotcha.
Because he's a spellcaster as well,
Right,
so depending
yeah.
on whether or not he can fly or dimension door, he can grab 2 people.
So there's
and
6 of us.
Yeah, 6 of
Yeah.
us, and if Chris has 2,
Chris
2
can make
spells.
2 people fly.
No, he can make more than 2.
We could do 4 people total, right?
For
2 sets of 2.
I think he has 3rd level spells now, doesn't he?
Okay, here's a
What,
question.
what level spell is he at? Because then
Wait.
Let me check my warlock.
Okay.
That's not my warlock. So
y'all are at level 6. And he can always grab y'all and fly
he
y'all
has
up.
2. He has 3rd.
How
He has
much can
3rd
you
level.
carry?
Yeah, he pretty weak sauce.
He is kind of weak sauce. We can make someone who isn't weak sauce fly.
That's true. Okay, well, we'll figure it out.
It
Okay,
didn't
so
take
yeah.
too long to get here.
No,
so
sure.
we could-
Well, yeah, I'm
Less
going
than
thinking
half a
like
day.
if we can go straight up and down,
Yeah.
we can go back up towards
Yeah,
a safe place.
Y'all
rest
have
there.
10
and
minutes.
then-
I mean, he can cast out on 2 people, and then those 2 people can
Yeah.
escort the rest of y'all.
But then
I-
we use spells to get back.
Right.
Mhm.
Like, I think if we go back up,
We aren't
we're
coming
up.
Okay.
Because for him to use more spells to come back down.
Do you want to take a rest here? Because we can go up there and take a long rest. I don't feel as comfortable. Well, I mean, we have the dome.
Right. I mean, I would say if we're going to stay somewhere, we just make a dome here and we take a rest
I
here.
have no problem with that, because what if a basilisk wanders up?
They can't see through domes. You have to make contact.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, guys.
If we keep arguing,
Enjoy
can't stress
enjoy this
out.
part of the. Yeah, we'll figure out what we're doing. But yeah, have fun, guys. Glad that y'all made it all 3 hours through this. If y'all listen to the entire thing, then y'all get inspiration.
Like and
Hey,
subscribe.
do we get inspiration?
What if
We
I
just
watch
do
it
a
had
whole
to?
thing.
Y'all had to. It's a D4.